here. Welcome to part 3 of Embellishing February. I'm just pointing out there the yellow in that picture from the the table mat on the bottom of that cake. It's really bright and it really has high contrast with the blue. So I'm looking through my Stampin' Up! Accessory kit stickers to try and find some yellows that match so I can sprinkle it throughout the layout. That way your eye kind of flows a little bit better and it doesn't just land on that yellow and you kind of miss everything else that the layout has to offer. So none of the yellows match exactly, but I'm trying to pick as much as I can that is, close enough. And I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing right now. One of the accessory packs comes with these white words. So I just pulled out the word happiness and I'm going to paint it with some gold color shine, Heidi Swap color shine. And I'm going to put that down at the bottom, in that bottom picture of my parents with all of their grandkids. Except 3. There's 3 missing, but the video skipped a little bit, sorry, but you can see it in that corner how I just put it on there. Now I'm going to take my magic gold pen and do some more outlining. Why not, right? I did it for the rest of the month. I might as well do it for the end of the month too. I just keep putting those 2 cards back together because they're one picture that I cut in half, so I want to make sure that I'm lining everything up so that when you see them together, they read as one picture and not 2 separate. And I keep reminding myself to push my pictures up to the middle so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to outline this one. And this pocket eventually becomes a flip pocket. So when you see the final pictures, you'll see that there's another picture on top of it. So in those stickers, I found a couple that have the right yellow, but also had a few other colors with them. So I just want to make sure that I'm using stickers that have all of those colors in a few different places on the layout. So that's what that little sticker is that I put up there. Now I'm just doing some journaling. And I think I'm pretty much done with that one. Trying to think what I should do down at the bottom there. Oh, I think I was actually starting my movie. I'm watching The Walking Dead still, but I'm finally caught up. I'm all done season 5. I'm into season 6, so I'm almost there. So now I'm going to work on the cake picture. That's the cake I made for my nephew's 2nd birthday. His instructions were he wanted a train cake and it had to have a dinosaur, but not dinosaur train. So I just followed the little invitation train that they had and made a dinosaur the conductor. And he was quite happy. And I got these really cool buttons. They're fancy pants buttons from Crop and Create. So I'm just pulling out the blues and of course the yellow because that's sort of my secondary color. And then as I was putting them away, I kind of was looking at that peachy orangey color and I decided I actually really like that. So I'm going to use that as a 3rd color. It only shows up in a couple other places on those little stickers that I put down. So the one in the top right-hand corner, the label sticker, the one down in the bottom left-hand corner, and that little sticker I put in the bottom right-hand corner. They all have just a tiny touch of that. It's not quite coral, it's a little more orange, but it works. Then I took that sticker I put in the middle of this card and peeled it off and put it onto a button. Just gives it a little bit more dimension. And now I'm going to spread the buttons out all throughout the layout. So I try to make it pretty even and balanced as far as where the big ones should go and where the little ones should go. I didn't use any big peachy ones, so I kept that as navy blue. So I'm just sprinkling them all over, trying to figure out the best place to put them. I think every card ends up with buttons of some kind. So now I'm just spreading them out before I start gluing them down to make sure I have enough. I thought about putting them where the O's were, but the 0 in 2016 didn't quite match the shape, so I decided not to. I'm just using my Tombow mono glue for that. And I think I'm just about done. Just a little bit of journaling. Oops, forgot a couple of buttons. And then I'm just going to journal. We found a new bookstore, so had to take a picture of the books. And then we went to the farmer's market for the day. And here I'm just going to journal right onto the pictures. It's hard to see on the screen, but when you actually look at the picture, the gold stands out really nicely so you can read exactly what I've written. I just thought the pictures, the 4 pictures together, is busy enough that it didn't really need to have too much else on that card that stood out. So, oh, did I forget another button? Of course I did. There we go. So that's all done. And I think this one's just about done. Oh, I'm doing some splatters. I'm not sure why, but I never remembered to do that in Project Life. I do it all the time in 12 by 12 scrapping, of course, but it was there, so I figured why not use it. Plus, I already had the gold down in the bottom, so it kind of made sense to have it somewhere else in the spread as well. The little ring came off of it, though, that holds the seal. So when I was shaking it up, gold was going everywhere on my work desk. Okay, and then now I'm back. This is the back side of that Valentine one. And I'm just going to paint this card. This is a Project Life card. It says, "Here we go." And I really wanted it to be sort of roughly painted because when you look at the card, it's quite roughly sketched. So I didn't want to stain the lines. I wasn't paying too much attention to, filling it in perfectly. I let the paint kind of move where it wanted to, so there's a gradient of colors in some of them. I'm just trying to match the right yellow. The yellow in the card isn't quite as lemony as the yellows I had there, but in the end I just went for it. That's all you can do, right? So I'll paint these up and then I'm going to let them dry. This is the Artist's Loft watercolor set. So it's probably even a little bit less than a student grade quality. It's just like a children's grade, I think. So it's quite chalky, but I really like the colors, and I like kind of, the options you have for colors. It's perfect for people who are like me and just enjoy playing around with watercolor, but we're not doing anything too elaborate or professional. But the problem is because they're chalky and a little more opaque, they cover up some of those black lines. So I have to let it dry completely, and then I can outline it with a black marker just to get the black lines from the words back. So I'm going to tape down all my other pictures. Oops, ran out of tape, of course. I think everybody who does YouTube videos has to run out of tape on on screen at least once, right? And magically we're on to the next one. I think I put that all to the side and I was letting it dry, and then I forgot to push record again when I started finishing it. So here I'm just journaling on the card that's going to be part of the flip for that other pocket that I did at the very beginning. I had some stickers out that I wanted to use, so I just decided to go ahead and finish that pocket. And through the magic of television, my layout is done. Sorry you missed it all. I forgot to push play when I was finishing it up. So you can check it all out with these pictures at the end. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be back soon with finishing up March and embellishing March. Until then, talk to you later. Happy scrapping. Bye.